Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Strikes the blow. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Offense now working in the red zone. He's going to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Got a man, it's Haynes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quarterback extends the play. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. To the air, it's Milroe. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the big house when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes that Alabama offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense continues to have a great game. Both defenses have played well. These offenses are going to have to change something up, protect their quarterbacks a little bit better.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Milrow. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to run it to the right. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Running the red zone. It's Morris. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one possession. Snags it with his sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
They're trying to get to him. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Here on 3rd down. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You want to score more points, but Reese, Jesse, I want to learn as I win. I don't want to learn as I lose.
And I know you're loving this one, David, because in today's era of modern college football, with all these spread offenses and up-tempo, we're used to seeing a ton of points. We're not used to seeing a lot of games like this. I wouldn't get used to seeing it, but for this team right here, they